I now invite Mr. Suresh Lulla, founder of Kimpro Consultants, to deliver his welcome address.
Good morning. It is a very unearthly honor to invite you to start a competition, but we have so many competitors. Welcome to QualTech Prize. This is our 30th edition. And before we started out, I was interacting with several of you, and a flood of memories have come back. So I'm not going to follow the script. I'm going to tell you the genesis of QualTech Prize. 3 decades back, when Kimpro, quality improvement that is, was established, we had no clients. Everyone was in for ISO 9000, quality control. Quality improvement, what is that? 2 years later, it took Mr. Rusi Modi of Tata Steel to get the idea of quality improvement and the byproduct reduction in wasteful costs, cost of poor quality. So I asked him, what's your rejection rate? And he said, 3%. I was aghast. 3% and you look so comfortable in your chairman's room at Bombay House? So I sheepishly asked him, so what is your cost of poor quality? He said, nothing. Even my rejects have a pent-up demand. So I systematically sat with him and explained what is cost of poor quality, and he did back-of-the-envelope estimates, and we agreed it was a minimum of 10% of your total cost. He then dared me, will you speak to my top management about this? I had no client. I was very happy to embrace such a big client. And so we had a 2-day workshop at Dimna, near Jamshedpur. All the top brass were there. And I went through the ritual, what is cost of poor quality and all, and they sat there with their arms folded, looking bored. Here comes another one. Finally, it hit the finance man, Ishaq Hussain. He said there's some merit in this. And they agreed that it is around 8%, 10%, but overnight, Ishaq came back and whispered something in Rusi Modi's ear. Mr. Modi marched up to me, caught me by the collar, and said, you don't know your business. My cost of poor quality is 35% of sales. That pulled the alarm. So now we had a session. How do we reduce this cost of poor quality? What are the projects? And every division head put their hand up and said, mine has more cost of poor quality. They wanted the pilot work done there. And Mr. Modi had a completely different view. He said, I have to carry 65,000 people with me. I need to create a culture for quality. It's not just for the shareholder. So tell me, what are the chronic problems that affect my workers? And nominations were leaking roofs in the quarters, garbage not collected from the quarters. Believe you me, top management embraced these two projects. Now, I won't go into the details of every one, I'll just follow one. When it came to garbage not collected, why is it not being collected when we have bought 6 new dumpers from telco and they are under warranty? They're down for repair. What is the issue with repair? No spare parts available. So what are we doing? We're going to the open market in Calcutta and buying spares in the open market, which happen to be the rejects of telco, and coming and using them, paying a premium price. Equipment down. The remedial action was obviously to get into the maintenance and purchasing practices. But an uninvited guest came with this problem. Illness, absenteeism. Because garbage was not collected, people were falling ill and they were absent. Now this is a project that impacted the whole campus. Elephant-size problem. You can't eat an elephant in one bite. You've got to eat it bite by bite. So Mr. Modi said, let's go to the tubes division headed by Firdaus Wandrewala. We went there and looked at very non-controversial numbers. Absenteeism, 1%. Planned absenteeism, 1%. Unplanned, 1%. Unplanned absenteeism meant you bring a badli in. Cost of a badli. The badli is not as skilled as the original worker. So you have variability in tube lengths. What do you do with the tubes? You trim them. Physical scrap. Productivity down, cost of scrap, additional process, and cost of a badli. All this in 1989 added up to 14 lakhs per month. 14 lakhs per month. Now, on an annualized basis, that was a very big number in 1989. It's important to remember that. So, now that we had analyzed the symptom, we said, let's do the diagnosis. And there's no better way to do diagnosis than autopsies. See with your own eyes. So we went to absent employees. And here's an example. We knocked on the door of an absent employee at 3 in the afternoon. The door opened. A Sardar filled the door, Ganji, lungi wrapped up, rosy, picture of health. Sardar, why are you absent? बेटा बीमार है. क्या हुआ? खास कुछ नहीं. सर्दी जुकाम. सर्दी जुकाम and you haven't come to work? साहब ऐसे होता है. I go to Tata Hospital where the admissions process, registration process takes me 2.5 hours. Then I wait for the doctor for at least half an hour. And the doctor prescribes a medication, and I go to the pharmacist and I wait another half hour or more, by which time you marked me absent for the whole day. So where were the remedial actions? In the admissions process. We reduced it to 20 minutes, and this was not the era of automation. It was simply removing the unnecessary steps in the admissions process. We brought it down to 20 minutes. What did Tata Steel benefit from this remedial action? It's a scalable solution. 80 crores. We had worked with a byte, but the solution cloned everywhere. So we had believers in Tata Steel. And with that was born, let's showcase these stories. QualTech Prize was born. QualTech Prize was born, and the first winner was from Tata Steel, Mr. Bejal, for the LD shock. He changed the sequence of refractories. I have people from Tata Steel sitting here. That's why I'm provoked into telling you this story. Now, the first QualTech Prize was held in a hurry. It was held in a hurry. In 6 weeks, we had to do it. We had no money. We wanted to be on a budget. So we said, let's move to Pune, where we held it at Hotel Pride. And Hotel Pride, a room smaller than this, packed. It could have accommodated 50 people, but it was packed. There was a lot of enthusiasm. And lo and behold, the meals were in the garden, and it poured. And all our delegates were soaking wet at lunchtime. So that was the funny part of first QualTech Prize. I hope you can see the power of what an improvement project does. And if you like, I'll read my official talk to you. The QualTech Prize is exclusively for middle-level managers functioning in cross-functional teams to solve chronic problems. It's important to underline that word chronic, because in chronic problems you work with the root cause. These chronic problems do not come with alarms. You've got to proactively find them. And what happens? They're hidden in the budget. We budget for absenteeism. We budget for inventory. Banks even give us loans for inventory, for our incapabilities. In fact, chronic problems have been legitimized in the budget. Anyone from finance here? Show me your hands. Is it true? Solving chronic problems in any organization reduces waste in the process and therefore cost of poor quality. It also reduces customer dissatisfaction. I'm not saying it increases satisfaction. It reduces customer dissatisfaction and therefore warranty costs. It facilitates design of innovative solutions using the right brain. You need to be faster, better, cheaper, different. The softer benefits are better cross-functional communication, seeding leadership skills, and conducting effective meetings. One of the big COPQs in an organization is meetings. We have ineffective meetings and we go from meeting to meeting to meeting. Would you agree? One of the big COPQs is meetings. When continuous improvement is cemented as a core value in your organization, you are on the path to performance excellence. Performance excellence takes the guise of the IMC Ramakrishna Bajaj National Quality Award, CII Business Excellence Award, and Tata Business Excellence Model. 3 decades back, when all this was happening, Dr. Duran was asked a question, what is the job of a manager? And his response was to solve chronic problems. He should bring an ROI, return on individual, of 1000%. Then he is bringing value to the organization. I wish all project teams that have made it to the QualTech Prize finals good luck. You have already crossed the examiner tiger hills. These examiners are tough. All project teams, therefore, merit recognition. A big thank you to all the examiners. Your meticulous assessments have helped build a reputation for QualTech Prize. I wish to alert the examiners and judges and project teams that several disruptive changes are happening in the environment. And these changes will impact middle-level managers very, very much. First, the idea of a digital customer. You are going to have digital customers no matter which profession you are in, no matter which business you are in. You're also going to see a migration of service processes to robotic process automation, RPA. These changes have already started happening and they're irreversible. And the importance of communicating precisely, short communication. Leaders' attention span has shrunk to a maximum of 7 minutes. If you can't tell me in 7 minutes, my mind has vanished. And the skill required for this is storytelling. And so 3 years back, we added a new flavor to project teams competition. Quality fables, we call it. We've started by asking for the story underlying your project. But there can be umpteen situations where you can communicate better through a story. The results of the Quality Fables competition will be declared during the course of the 2-day event. The quantity of applications has improved. The quality is also improving. And so we have now given birth to storytellers. At a personal level, I wish to thank all the judges for the QualTech Prize finals. I call them loyal qualitists. Once again, good luck to the teams. Thank you.